Are we on? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras.
This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Give me some food. I'm in that mood to feel good. Do the things that you should.
Go there.
What else? You think I ain't got no respect? Yo, girl, I'm rude.
Oh, bro, I don't know how
they flow me. So
Yeah,
boo,
you think I got no respect?
boo.
Yo, girl, I'm
Yeah, I
rude.
know. They be flowing me and saying boo. Yeah.
Yes, boo, Pam, because we have so.
Yeah. That's why I love your shoe.
Scooby Dooby.
Yo, high energy, high octane. You know, we stay fresco. That's why we maintain. Yo, Charlie Hennessy made a big mistake. They should have taken me.
Go there.
Oh, Cipher, what it? Allah. Listen. Let me try and do this and work on out for you real quickly. Now, let me get serious real quick before we jump into the Cipher. We'll be talking about the Cipher later on, but yes, so just stick and stay with us. Low tensions today. Yeah, you Bob, low tensions today.
Get there.
Yeah, house rules real quickly. Wakana, are you planning a trip this summer? If you're planning a trip this summer, then do that with unbeatable offers from Waka Now. Huge savings from Wakana, I tell you what. So they've got sizzling deals, they've got flight deals, they've got hotel, airport transfers. It's a whole package for you if you're going to travel. One-stop shop to be at when it comes to Waka Now. So just go on there, onto their platforms, on socials, which is Wakana Ghana, or on their website wakanaghana.com.gh, or you can go to their travel centers. It's simple, it's easy. It's in Accra, it's in Tamale, it's in Takrady, it's in Kumasi. All these 4 regions, you find them in there, and plan that trip ASAP, especially when you've got birthdays coming. Our very own producer Deborah Nicholas Aintree is planning a trip.
Antwi,
I beg your pardon. Antwi is planning a trip to Greece, courtesy Waka Now. Pay now, fly later.
Go there.
Or more like fly now, pay later. But anyway, let's move on. There's more as well. Listen, Malta Guinness got great news for you as well. Listen, there's a brand new Jaja can. It's sleek, it's sexy, suave, it's nice. Can you see on the screen right now? Yeah, that can. It is enriched with immune boosting B vitamins.
Charlie.
Imbohobium. Yeah, immune
What did he say
boosting
that?
B.
Is there?
Immune being
Mike's off, you can hear me. Don't do mic, no.
Immune boosting. That's what he said.
and I'll bet you
Grab an ice.
I'm grabbing it tomorrow.
Malta Guinness, the new Jaja can, and enjoy a world of goodness. Yes, always check for the Made in Ghana logo. That's why, listen, brushing your teeth as well is made easy, simple. It's even better for you because guess what? You get all these in one. You know the history of, or the myth around charcoal whitening your teeth is true. So that's why Pepsodent charcoal infuses natural charcoal, lemon, mint, and zinc. It helps whiten your teeth, repair gums as well, strengthen them, remove bad odor, whilst the charcoal white gently polishes away stains and naturally restores your bright smile. And that's also the Pepsodent herbal toothpaste. It's made from herbal extracts and green tea, and this is formulated to repair and protect your gums whilst giving an all-round cooling sensation. Could you go back to the video in a second? I'll just cue you on there, my team, to the end, the Khaligraph Jones end.
Khaligraph Jones. Khaligraph Jones.
That end, the last bar. So get that ready for me, team. Yeah. So brush your teeth day and night with. Yeah, then he said with Khaligraph. With Pepsodent and Pepsodent charcoal. Maseho.
Brush your teeth with Khaligraph
Blacko
Jones.
got great news for us as well. I'll tell you what he's doing for us. Listen, he's sending this message to you that you can get your brand new Note 40, Infinix Note 40 and Note 40 Pro. It's got some wild features, wireless charging, wireless fast charging. It's got a big camera display screen, sound boosted by JBL. And guess what? You also get an installment payment of 19 Ghana CD offer a day till you finish paying. Or you can deposit 30% down, make a 30% down payment for the total cost, and boom, it's all yours. Pay the rest by installments. or in installments. And Telecel got you on this one. You enjoy 30 gigabytes of free data bundle for 6 months, courtesy Telecel. Now, Black Sheriff is endorsing this message for you. So grab your Note 40 or Note 40 Series Pro from any accredited store near you, or you can also jump onto xgh.xpark.com ASAP. I'll tell you about bet winner later on as well. But right now, let me cue back to the end of that Hennessy Cypher, which is called the trends in the hip hop world. Oh, long.
Oh, enter.
No, we'll play it. We'll play it again.
The manifest one is already.
It's yeah. We'll come to it. Not Cyril. So I agree with you, but I'm just wrapping up the end. Just pardon me on that one. In 3 and 2 in 1. Check it out.
Cali getting deader than likely. My eyes redder than bled sweated, but I swear I never fled in a fight scene. Francis the Predator, my vendettas ignite streams. Vegan on the low, only mess with cheddar, the slight queen. I couldn't stand the beats you're rapping over. Planet of the Apes, this is the attack of Cobra. Said tripping, my haters are Casanovas. You pack of sissies, open the bag of deals from Fashion Nova. So bow ninja, kiss the throne, the name's Biggie. How about to switch the tone remains easy. Crowd through me sticks and stones, but pain feeds me. I can't leave this alone, the game need me. Always been told that I'm ahead of time, and it had me thinking my people from my city never shine. West African music's popping, and I'm a fan, but y'all better realize the East got a better grind for real. Got love for my Lagos brothers, but y'all need me if you're trying to make this game go further. Repetitive songs, stop it with the lame old covers. It's like you're trying to shack the game with the same old rubber. Gatekeepers trying to keep hip-hop silent, but we making noise, so now they're like a pissed off parent. For 12 years, I've never been kicked off balance, but your career's short-lived like a TikTok challenge. Incredibly out of coat, my enemy standing close. I plant my feet on the toast, they cannot breathe when they talk. They're scared of me, I suppose. With Hennessy, I'm a goat. My energy big, it's big energy, Ladipoe. Quick question, why you never let a gentleman be? Cause every time you want to...
How I say.
You cut them too early, like Lenny, they come destroying career.
I know they can't destroy the brand career. Now they can't talk something else.
Personal career, they can't.
Why?
Lenny almost suicide on radio. You just saved the life. You don't know.
Yo, but
See for thanks.
just nearly.
Was one divine intervention. I've now seen a miracle.
Made it.
Hey.
Charlie, first off, I give it up all to the rappers. You know, for me, it's just reignited that hip hop leads. That's it for me. That's it for me. Just hip hop leads. You know, nothing like hip hop music, and I love it. I'm waiting for an Afrobeat cipher.
Straight.
That's gonna be like
Unless for luck and
Odo
And Shito. And
Abna Odo for luck who else? Shito good inside. Yeah, so I don't know, but for me it's just like I said, it reignites or awakens the the thought that hip hop music always leads. For me, I'm just saying, and I think all the rappers nailed it. I've got the ones that I also really loved. For a second, I was saying behind the scenes, I was saying that, of course, we always root for our Sarkodie. I mean, Sark. For me, I think Sark didn't go in this one in any competitive mode. He went for message mode.
Yeah.
He went for message mode, and the message was very clear.
He was still competitive. He did his double timing. He did his comfort zone.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the competitor. It's like you're saying, the Lion gave the public service announcement, and then roared to remind us that he's a lion.
Sark, he can decide to tear this thing and cause
he's past tier.
some conversations across Africa, and he's done that several times.
But I think he's grown past when it comes to that. I mean, if you know him, you know him. There's nothing to prove.
Certain expectations, but he swept me with his expectations, and I like the fact that he swept because he went for message.
Expectations?
No, Sark. I mean, Sarkodie. He would give you some rhythm, some thing B, he switched it some way B, and it was like he was very relaxed and laid back on this one. And also for me, because of that, it amplified my attention for the other rappers as being Ghanaian and biased. So it amplified my attention for the other rappers, and I must throw my two hands in the air for these two rappers, for Ladipoe and for Khaligraph Jones. Yeah, that's for me.
Is it because I think that for everyone that is talking about this thing, they're only talking about Sarkodie, Ladipoe, and then Khaligraph Jones.
But you knew that.
Is it
for the first? Who was the first rapper?
Do you guys think? I was coming to that. Do you guys also think that it's because we don't know them, and then maybe the level to which they can.
I'm going to
rap
say
on
something,
their
and I'm sure when I say
whatever.
it,
'Cause
I'm
it's
going to
just the
mention
three
one
of
word.
them.
When I say it, everybody will laugh.
What?
Do you believe? Dremo.
Oh, Cyril, please. They should have added Dremo to this.
No.
He will never wake up from dreamland. Then he will think he's dreaming.
So
He
your
will
point
dream tired.
your point on knowing the other artists is a fair point. However, in addition to that, I think music
Language.
in itself, it sells itself. Language has never been a barrier. So for us, for a rapper, for maybe if you love rap music, then rhythm at that point in time would make sense to you, even if you don't understand what you're saying. So the advantage that any rapper has from all 4 or 5 of them is that if you don't get your language,
5.
then rhythm should play a part in there. And I think for that, the rappers did that. Anytime there's a cipher, for me, the first person who goes, the first person is always the scapegoat, because you are first. People are waiting for more, So for all maybe if Khaligraph Jones had gone first, even the first rapper would have been better for me. Or I'd have been drawn, towards him more. It's like you're the first person, so you let's go and hear you out. Yeah, but I loved it. But anyway, we'll also make a comparison on this cipher to last year's own. But let me just general sentiments from my rap lord, and my pop culture journalist. Lenny says that she's not a rapper.
I've said it time and again.
Yeah, she didn't come in to listen to, but
And
that's how they.
is there was a man
Mango.
sitting on the sun.
Santo. Fanta.
Charlie, Oli, let me hear from you, man.
No, so I think this was arguably one of the most anticipated conversations that the space industry was looking forward to, and that's because of the person involved. Obviously, when you hear that someone like Sarkodie is on the Cipher, you're looking forward to what he's going to do, because this is somebody who has built a brand around braggadocio. In his lines, his verses, lots of course he wants to be a lover boy, which obviously we know that side of. So when it comes to Cipher and you say you are Africa's rap luminary and you are being put in the same group with other African rappers,
this one, it's a more than award scheme. Yeah, Charlie.
It's an opportunity for you to either maintain your crown or concede the crown to another. Okay, and so that is why I believe it added to the anticipation. I believe Hennessy, this is for the benefit of the conversation, so apologies to commercial if you are mentioning the name a lot. So the Spirit brand were supposed to have released this thing earlier, right? But I think as soon as they announced that this was going to be the second edition or third edition, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And we saw the people involved. I think people already were looking forward to seeing what Ladipoe, Khaligraph Jones, because these are known names. If I may, they are known.
You
names.
had the list before it was released.
Yes, I mean the picture was they put the picture out there, and they also told us where some of them were going to come from, like Lunya, Didi, and all those people were coming from Tanzania and Cote d'Ivoire and then South Africa. Right now, even for South Africa, those of us who have followed the culture for a while, we know that South Africa also has some level of
rap game.
You understand? Because of some of the giants that have come out from there. So people were definitely looking forward to.
What's the guy who passed on? May so rest in peace.
AK.
No. Before the one that did the collab with Manifest.
Double HP.
No, double HP.
Yeah,
crazy guy.
Yes.
Hip Hop and Tula. R.I.P.
You understand? So there's already that level of royalty in terms of hip hop when it comes to South Africa, right? So definitely for a new name, relatively new name for those of us who do not pay attention to rap on the continent.
Who represented South Africa in this one?
His name is let me just quickly. You see, I've not even. His name is Maglera Doughboy. All right. So obviously there is the part where people are looking for, because in terms of Khaligraph, Ladipoe, and Sarkodie, we may know them. So the expectations may be wavering, right? But for new names, you want to see what they are bringing on board. So there is that as well. So all of these obviously contributed to the anticipation that came with it. Now, the original release of the Cipher did not go according to plan, and that also increased the anticipation, because what's happening? Somebody even said that somebody had to change their verse.
After they heard, because I know. Maybe you will speak to that later on, because I know rappers when they get there,
They record should have been, if you know what are you going to change?
you hear another person verse, no, you're like, Charlie,
I should have added this.
They say somebody had to go change a verse, or maybe somebody heard someone's verse. Like, it's all part of the pop culture conversation, obviously, when it comes to things like that. So on the D-Day, I even thought, Hennessy was just trying to play smart because the video and Chioma took over the trends across the West African region of the continent. So I thought maybe they wanted to, but it could be a challenge, technical challenge, it could be anything at all. So I don't want to. But I'm just saying that the conversations around the anticipation.
No, by all means, it could be true, Charlie, because if I go here, another person invest, and I wonder what the recording process was like. If they all did at the same time, or they made you do it and go because they know rappers already. I'm sure.
No, but I mean, from the shots,
there'll be shots.
I'm sure when we get into the nitty gritty, you realize that Khaligraph took various shots or several shots at Afrobeats and
and West African rappers and rap.
But it's interesting that Ladipoe went before Khaligraph, right? Because Ladipoe, I won't believe Ladipoe thought that Khaligraph was going to go at them, and so he responded to Khaligraph before even Khaligraph came at them. But that's another conversation for another day. So the Cipher finally came out.
Was it just a rhyme scheme thing that he mentioned?
Khaligraph or Ladipoe? No. I mean, there's the rhyme scheme part of it, but Khaligraph was obviously throwing shots at Afrobeats, which obviously we know the capital is Nigeria. Yeah. You get it.
Is there a reason why he mentioned Ladipoe like that?
No, I don't know. I think maybe it's just part of. It's just like the way some Ghanaians feel like Jamaicans and Filipinos and Obodinwewu and Valentinos. It's just a way of rhyme. But I'm sure we'll get into that as well.
You made a reference to Ladipoe's what is his tagline or his phrase?
Big energy.
Yeah, big energy.
Yeah, so I'm telling when we get to that,
our producer is telling us that she knows that Ladipoe story.
Debbie and I are the biggest Ladipoeists.
Thank you, Debbie. Happy birthday again.
Antwi.
I just want to establish the precedent so that we can go into the lyrics proper, right? So now the Cipher is released, and obviously, but I think people obviously wanted to take their time and go through each rapper's
digest it properly.
You understand? Because some people actually argue that the Maglera guy was equally dope. Because of the flow, the cadence, the delivery, and whatnot. But most of the things that he did was not in the language you and I may understand. It was in his mother tongue. Yeah. So the conversation is also that is it because we don't understand what he said, we are not even paying attention to what. But
which is very key as well.
Some South Africans were actually they were actually laughing at their own boy
that he didn't. I'm checking him out.
So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know the guy personally. I haven't heard about him.
I'm just checking him out as well. I just realized that he's.
So so from a Ghanaian point of view, obviously people are rooting for Sark, because obviously he's the one who has to represent us in such a cipher. Personally, if you ask me, now I'm coming to my personal point of view. After I watched it for the umpteenth time, I realized that Sark didn't go there to compete.
Yeah, I'm saying he didn't go.
He didn't. I don't think he went in there to compete. I think, and Sark has done this before when he had the BT Hip Hop Cipher. When he went on that stage, I think he understood where he was, and he just wanted to leave a message so that people can always make a reference to him. That was when he talked about being proud of your skin, not having to engage in bleaching activities, or not having to do that. I don't know if you remember that rap, and that was talked about a lot, and even with that, some people obviously thought that wasn't the best time to do, but I think strategically he was looking at the fact that this is a platform where I can send the message. I could have done it in my own record, but I chose to do it. My surprise was,
I think he chose the right platform to do, because talking about the fact that Sark should get onto a label. I think he just.
I feel
and the message was sinking beyond Ghanaians, right?
Yes, but the thing is, even the subject that Sark touched on, he's talked about it before. He's talked about it in interviews and whatnot. He's not telling you, the artist, to go his way. He's telling you that this is the price he's had to pay to be where he's at, and he took it at time. So whatever you think he already knows. So that's the message, right? He's not coming there to tell you that I'm the biggest, I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that. He's done that a lot in all of his songs, and that was where I find it surprising, because I was thinking I was going to hear Sarkodie the Bragg again, but I must admit
he stayed away from that.
You get me? And maybe Cyril might tell us the dynamics of a cipher, because I feel like when you go on a cipher,
go and kill it.
It's like you telling us, you are the best, you are this, you are that. But man, they didn't do that.
And that's what Khaligraph did, right?
Khaligraph did that. Ladipoe did that.
Too,
and they did it so beautifully. That's why
I'm big, I'm like this, and that.
You understand? But you see, it wasn't just about saying I'm big. Like the storytelling, the delivery, the rhyme scheme and the entendres and all those things that they were doing, that was what caught my attention, because I'm like, okay, But lastly, what I was saying, and for my ranking, I put Ladipoe first, I put Khaligraph second, and I put Sark third, right? Because I feel like, Sark didn't go there to compete. I also feel like, and I've said this before, I think Sark rapping in English is not his strongest trait. Rapping in English is not the strongest ally, and I've noticed that he's more careful when he's rapping in English. So what he has done, which I believe is a trick that works for him, is that he makes it very easy and simple for you to understand. You like clarity is of the essence. He focuses more on what he's known best, which is his delivery, his flow, which is Sark's strongest trait. You can't. I think arguably the whole continent. He's got that. But the way he's very comfortable, and he has the ability of weaving proverbs and lines with Tree. I personally haven't seen that with Sark as a strong trait. He can do it, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying that it's not his strongest trait. But he also needs to understand at the same time that he is on an international cipher. So he needs to be able to get the message across. So if you notice, he rapped most of these verses in English and left the last two to remind people of his tree.
You realize that the other rappers all did a bit of their local, their mother tongue and then English. They mixed it. But Khaligraph didn't.
Khaligraph didn't,
Ladipoe didn't as well.
Okay.
And I noticed that it's because
the two people who didn't bother to incorporate the local language are hip-hop purists.
That's I was going to say.
And then there's those who are indigenous hip-hop artists who appreciate the global space of hip-hop. So I would refer to Sarkodie as an indigenous rap artist, as in like from his commencement, from his genesis. He started with the Akan language, the cadence, the proverbs, the jokes and the metaphors in the local language. And that's what basically built the foundation for his reputation and brand. His ability to adapt and be dynamic and do other languages, it's a plus one. But Sark started from Kasahari, which is an indigenous, enabling platform. So that is that kind of rapper. Then you have the likes of Ladipoe, who is rap, right? Saying what Olele is saying, fair enough. But expecting Sark to be as fluent in or as comfortable in the English space as he is in his purest state is like taking any of our successful tree rappers here, taking any of our successful English rappers anywhere in the world and expecting them also to be as fluent in their native language. The reverse, I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
if Ladipoe were to do, I don't know whether it's Yoruba or Igbo or pardon me,
any Nigerian language,
Nigerian language, I doubt we'll get the cadence and the ease. We wouldn't. The same thing. So
I think it also corroborates what you're saying, that for followers of Ladipoe, they've known him to be that guy, that hip hop guy, who raps in that chosen language, right? So maybe it's just like you say, is how I got introduced to Sark, right? Because I feel like when he's rapping in Tree, and he's even said it when he went to do that freestyle at the BET, that sometimes he wants to rap in English, but he feels like when he raps in Tree, that's when he brings out the beast in him. You get me? So even with this, I'm talking about the conversation around Sark's thing. People thought there were no quotables in his rap verse, but there were. Yeah. But people have just been.
That's what I said. His was a wholesome message. For
you understand? Some people say he came there to preach. He came to which is great.
Yeah.
So if you see it from that point of view, then you are going to take Sark out of the competition because he is definitely not there to compete, to come and show that. And I also feel like he's done that enough in his songs. Brag. Brag was like a whole episode of who he is on the continent, blah blah blah.
And I think he decided to put more energy in Brag and relax this.
You understand?
Sark has been here. Sark has been here before yesterday, right? And Ladipoe still has a lot to prove.
That's also another angle.
So their energy, and this is not Sark's first cipher
at all.
So their energy and their goal and their purpose for doing this will definitely be different. It's a big deal for every rapper out there. But I bet you it's more of a big deal for Ladipoe than it is for Sark.
Yes.
So you need to know. You need to put that in
Which is
perspective.
Well, I'm
very,
told
very
this is not
important.
Ladipoe's first cipher too, so
Yeah,
No,
but
it's not.
Ladipoe
But
is not
you
a
are-
Sark
to prove.
Yeah, it's not a
But you
normal.
are-
No,
you
but
are-
with
you are
with
listening
this,
to
with
the-
this conversation, if we look at it as someone having
you
something
rap.
more, what'd you say?
I say you rap. No, the way you cut the two of them to address the situation, I say your rap
you
has
see,
come.
no, because if they are putting Khaligraph Jones, Ladipoe, Sarkodie, and the other two guys, their names are not sticking in my head because this is the first time I'm hearing. Pardon me on that. But for all of these 5 people, don't you think that for the brand that brought all of them together, they're probably also seeing them as being on a certain pedestal and expecting a certain level of excellence from all of them across board? I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. So not about somebody.
And I wanted to
And
ask
it's also
you guys
about
your
audience.
Not about
pairings,
someone
yeah.
being on a certain level or something. They all need to be at a certain success or have attained a certain success in their careers to say that, okay, I'm choosing Sarkodie, who is another person that can go head to head with Sarkodie, who is another person that can go head to head with Khaligraph Jones and Sarkodie, who is another person that can go head to head with Ladipoe, Sarkodie, and Khaligraph Jones.
But then the South African guy, he sounds relatively new to the African market.
I mean,
okay, I can't say for the for the
because
maybe for SAP.
Guys, you forget the heart.
So I want
this.
to ask you guys about the mix. You know, the best from Ghana. You know,
You see,
a very competitive person from Nigeria. You know,
Hennessy has invested in making sure that this gets the impact that it needs. So you need to also think about the fan bases and the reach that each of these artists provide. So apart from skill set, who's the most vicious and all that, there's also fan base. There's also reach. There's also whose name is constantly in the engagements. There are rappers in South Africa who on the streets or within the communities are on God level, right? But are not on mainstream level. Maybe Hennessy wants to tap into that space. Maybe Hennessy needs the right people in that space to be on this cipher for reason A or B or C that we are not privy to. So it's not about who's the best in Ghana. It's not about who's the best in Nigeria. It wasn't. There's competitive ciphers where it's about proving the best of the best for the sake of the best of the best. That would have brought out a different kind of rapper in everybody that was on this list. Khaligraph, I know, does not shy away from beef or confrontation. Khaligraph would have dressed everybody there left, right, center. Sark would have gone at everybody's throat. Ladipoe would have had us cracking up and shouting the whole time. If it was about go and take out, what's the name of the game? King of the Castle. King on the Hill. If it was about all of you on your marks get set, go, who makes it to the top? It would have been a vicious cipher. But it's about representation for each of the markets that these individual rappers represent. You get what I'm saying? So if you watch the BET ciphers, there's somebody from the South. They bring somebody from a big Atlanta rapper that might not be big that whole year. Maybe he's not even dropped an album, but they bring him on, right? They'll bring a New York style rapper. They'll bring Eminem for the Detroit.
So
and
it's
that's
not about the talent.
It's not exactly. It's not necessarily. There's also the strategic angle. Then you have other ciphers that are organized by purist rap communities where it's just about Olele, Cyril, J. Foley. Winner takes all, kill it. And that one is not about whether I have one follower or two followers. It's about these guys.
But let me ask you, so what do you think that direction was with this? Upon seeing everything.
It's talkability.
Top of mind awareness.
Yeah, it was a nice mix. There was somebody there who did and could have easily also been encouraged to do it in non-English because the South African audience, you know what we are doing now.
Drawn to that.
Yes.
Khaligraph did a line with Hennessy as well in there. I need to cross check. I
Yeah.
of them, as well.
Ladipoe.
Who was Ladipoe?
Who was the
Ladipoe was
guy inside? No. There was another short guy. The some guy.
I'm sure that's the Tanzanian
DDB.
guy. I'm sure that's the Tanzanian guy.
Let's
Or
watch
the-
it again.
the
I don't
Lunya-
watch the thing.
Sure.
The Lunya guy.
Yeah,
Let's watch the cipher. Let's watch the cipher. Play the whole cipher. Let's watch the cipher. Rap. Let's watch the cipher. Let's go.
Why are
We'll
you
pick
guys like
parts
that?
of it. We'll pick parts of
we'll
it.
no, for the
Please,
pause.
we'll be pausing to
To
jamming
enter.
Enter. Let's go. Let's check it out.
Prefer to speak, hear me suka wezi kata, hear me ondoka wezi fata, hear me kata wezi pata, shaka lama shaka, gifted like I'm Santa, wise kama mkapa, muda kuvuna utapata kila ambacho lipanda, kwa hiyo big boy size yako, jumiso size yako, moonwalking slide kwenye DMs za size yako, beef wa size yako, lead, lakata likutoshi mina vyona dori gumba ndo size yako.
Mama used to borrow sugar for the tea, daddy say you used to steal sheep, heard the whole game, I'm Bo Peep by the beach trying to see seagulls. Hennessy for the RIPs, Le Domain for the pain by the KC. It's too hot, I need the AC. What's a king to a god who's a kin to the robbers? What's by the telly when she pays me?
Are you seeing him? Just pause on that video for. Are you seeing him differently now? I don't know.
Maglera?
Yeah.
No, I think actually Maglera had a close competition for the top 3.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you look outside the top 3, he had a very close competition because
top 3 for you. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying for me.
Okay.
I mean, when I put Saka at 3, people were like, "Hey, where's my loyalty?" I was like, "What does loyalty even mean in this?"
Sincerity over that. Yeah, right. I mean, for you, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because like we all agreed that the Cipher is designed for you to come and show us how well you can brag about
But I mean,
yourself.
I don't know. But after the conversation, I'm watching the guy again, Maglera, and I like him.
People actually thought, you know, he was fantastic. He was spectacular in terms of the flow and the delivery. Even though you didn't understand what he was saying, but you know what actually intrigued me? I'm like, is this how people actually feel when they hear Sark rapping tree?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That
because you don't understand what.
No, but if that's how they feel, how then did they give him the accolades?
Because rap is more about the language, it's the cadence, it's the attitude, it's the timing,
this is why
the melodies.
When people try to sniff on or sneeze on Sark's achievements, I get a bit emotional because we are all here. We have somebody speaking or rapping in their mother tongue, and we are not even moved. We are not like we've moved our way quickly to go listen to Khaligraph and Ladipoe.
Let's continue. Let's check it out. Let's continue the video. Let's play, please.
But this guy has done it with 3 for years.
Just cool and I pace it. I'm tired of telling Bruce it's a marathon, not a race. Non-believers think I'm nonchalant, but in the hood the have-nots know I'm Farrakhan. Skinny, but I move a ton. Bloody sneakers on my mans, and I ain't talking about the Louboutins. They need to Google when I spit a rhyme. I bamboozle them, rather spend my nights with a bougie dime. Who pro-black, cause we pro-black. This is home run raps for the pictures. Take a picture.
Les mots je veux, Guncho, oh. Fatigué des fils de pute qui ne jurent que par le buzz. Du rap ivoire, je suis inscrit dans la genèse. Et non, t'es pas le grand artiste que tu penses être. C'est pas en jouant les vieux que tu profites de ta jeunesse, hein. Wow, petit corps mais grosse caisse. Ma méthode marche, y'a que les perdants qui contestent. Prenez vos petits jets, moi c'est liard que j'encaisse. Quand même mon gars t'aimes pas, grille pas, c'est sans stress, hein.
Je t'aime, je suis machin.
You see, I don't understand the language, right?
But I
know what he said about sneakers. Because there was sneakers, he called Tez.
He called Tez with
Cortez.
Cortez.
I
thought he said he called
and
Tez.
And then he did the brrr, they're all dead. So he was mixing in one word.
And I love his fashion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
and the attitude.
Exactly. So even though you don't hear verbatim what he's saying, you get what he's saying. He's flossing. He's talking about stepping on them, even when his kicks are good.
I think he's Ivorian.
Is it the heights? Maybe the MI.
Yeah, he's Ivorian.
It's the cadence. It's the body language.
Mannerisms.
It's like Eminem. You know, we were laughing at Sark about his neck. When Sarkodie hears a beat, and that's Sark. Yeah. When you see Eminem and his one hand in his pocket and he's doing this, and that's Eminem. You see Jay-Z.
What about me?
We've ordered this psychological. This guy, they go. No, when Jay was listening to the Cipher, he had a stank face.
Oh,
he was like,
yeah.
Like something was smelling. Like,
let's punch on. Let's go on. Let's still soak some DDB.
Merci, c'est le next level encore pétasse, père-fils, l'héritage feu musical connasse, je ski, les ogres, chaque jour je fais le milli élastique, j'ai le flow à Luffy de One Piece, wow, c'est 2-2-5, je suis le process, roulant du wagon accompagné de grosses fesses, négro tout baigne, toujours zen, ouais tout de bonne, mais je suis pas fier d'être dans ce game avec que des rappeurs princesses, oh.
Yeah. Came from the trenches, my dream was to make it. I smell money miles away and I wish I could taste it. God gathered all my blessings and told me to take it. Now all these pretty women wanna see me naked. Smoking on the boat like I'm Al Pacino. You can try the things we do, but you don't know what we know. I'm not a racist, I love Jamaicans and Filipinos. I went from rock and rolling Wood down to Valentino. I did this thing myself, I never mess with majors. I'm with my documents.
The beginning, no, it's like boxing.
Went from Brony Wood to wearing Valentino.
Said what it is as it is.
This is swag sack.
Yeah,
This is not hear me, I'm lyrical sack. He did that like 8 bars when he sped up and did the tree, which is comfort zone. But this was pure after the brag. Even the content tells you that it's not giddy giddy rap. He's talking about cigars, talking about women want to see him naked. He smelled the money a mile away. Now God gathers his blessings and gave it to him. He's talking about his journey and how now he's a boss. So it's a different kind of vibe. Somebody like Ladipoe can live on the lyrical side, but Ladipoe cannot claim boss because his journey has not allocated him that experience. You understand? So on that level alone, Sack is on a different tier. Right? So you get to pick and choose that, okay, despite Sack being on this mode and this person does, I want to analyze lyrics. You know what? I want to analyze Shada.
So, you know what I'm curious
so then
about?
You focus on lyrics.
Focus on it.
Out of your sale. So from what you are saying,
no, it's a speedboat. There's engine inside. Let's go.
Are you suggesting that perhaps the pairing was a mismatch in a way? Like
it was not a mismatch.
No,
it was
like
a
in terms of the
Master Gazi.
It was a cocktail.
I mean, because I would love to see the rappers that Sack grew up with in terms of career longevity, like the Vectors, the MIs, perhaps who else can I even add? I mean, WHP, God rest his soul, Khaligraph. That would give us a fair opportunity to judge them because their journeys are almost
okay.
the same.
You need to. 30 minutes ago, Sack just shared a story on My Joy Online saying that Sack slams the record label in Hennessy, slams the record label in Hennessy Cypher. Now, is there an attitude to this? Is there a message to this? Like
slams?
No, I'm saying that he shared the post. Yeah, and he said he shouted joy and said thanks. It feels like it wasn't necessarily about about promoting the cipher, but it's about the message that is in there. You see, I think he's very keen on sharing that message.
I think that's what we said, that he was bent on pushing out a certain message, and on the grand scale that this cipher is going to be, right? Everybody's going to listen.
Yeah.
To be honest, you're not only going to listen to your countryman that, this person from, let's use Sarkodie, from Ghana has done a cipher, so I'm just going to listen to Sarkodie's part. You want to listen to all of it. You want to do the comparisons. And so for the people listening, that message will also hit home and hit deep. Yeah. That they'll be able to understand the messaging.
What?
They'll be able to understand.
I heard something, but it's fine.
They'll be able to understand the messaging that he's trying to carry across. And I think it hits, right? Because for the younger musicians and whether rappers or singers or whatever, when you listen to this and you are in a certain position where you are almost signing 1,000-page contracts, you understand that you are locking yourself down or into something.
But you see,
exactly. So I think that's the message, and it hits.
Debunk is Sack was rapping from his point of view as an artist who has had direct experiences with these majors, right? He talked about the fact that he had 1,000 pages to go through and basically the complexities of signing onto these things. He also talked about the fact that they smile with you in broad daylight and then you understand. these are things that are happening. Like these are things that are happening. So he's not saying, which I think he's also touched on in interviews when he's not rapping, he's not saying that don't go and sign with a label. He is telling you that as for him, when they brought these things to him, this was his experience, or these were
and what
his experiences.
What he's saying ultimately behind all that is that he chose his own path.
Yes.
And he's made it. That's the price he paid, but he made it because the first lines of his things was that he said he could smell the money a mile away, but couldn't wait to taste it. And God gathered all his blessings and blah, 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 blah. So he's saying that, yes, this is the dream every musician, rapper has. There's the choice to deal with the 1,000-page contract and the backstabbers and the limitations and all the stress. It's not bad, but that's that choice. Or you can jump off the bridge and grow wings on the way down like he did.
Yeah.
And that's,
But at the same time, it doesn't apply to everybody
let's-
because some
let's-
people will
that's what I'm
jump
saying.
off
He's telling
and
his story.
Let's
no
continue
words.
Sarkodie's rap. Let's break it down.
Yeah. Came from the trenches, my dream was to make it. I smell money miles away and I wish I could taste it. God gathered all my blessings and told me to take it. Now all these pretty women wanna see me naked. Smoking on the boat like I'm Al Pacino. You can try the things we do, but you don't know what we know. I'm not a racist, I love Jamaicans and Filipinos. I went from rock and rolling Waywood down to Valentino. I did this thing myself, I never mess with majors. I'm with mommy documents, it's like 1,000 pages. I want my freedom cause most of my homies are locked in cages. It's been a decade, I'm rapping, I'm like the rock of ages. They tell me how to do this thing the right way. They smile with you by robbing you in broad day. I'm only human, I only do what the Lord say. You know, this is getting crazy. It's kinda strange how this music has changed from how it was. I need a verse for my bro, a couple calls, but now I need to speak to some dude cause he's the boss. Split the publishing before we hit the stores. I don't mind, but I know what I think can cost. I can't hate cause it's working, I see resource. African music was buzzing but couldn't cross. As soon as we signed the paperwork, labels open the doors. Oh, now I see how y'all really move. Cause that be the same thing that fraud people do. Till a couple dollars got you caged in the zoo. By the time I went here, we streaming it back. Pick a boo. See the way we dig approach it. Much take up it and I say roaches. I think I rapping it, keep more feminine. I'm for my name, woman, say Moses. So rapping them, I find the doses. I feel my mommy, me roses. I did what you people are trying to do, but you people be skipping the process. Yeah.
But you knew that, We should shoot the next cipher in the church, man. Why? Every single verse arriving in a hearse, man. Every line a quotable, wait till you see the merch, man. All these rappers sweet beef, tasting like dessert, man. Sheesh. See what they're discussing. First it was rappers, now it's Afrobeat niggas they judging. I know my playlist is busting, I know new artists is dropping. Still the base the general success on a popular dozen. I'm so guilty holding on to these bars like life sentences. Realize perfection, my art and arch nemesis. Hard enough I drop these gems, no embellishing. LOTR kiss the ring and pledge fellowship. Pesto color pesos, loud set the echo. The dream is to stack these notes to falsettos. I'm right on the threshold, now niggas with no invite won't advise me on the dress code. Yeah, it's done this mellow, last of a dying breed. Really am that MC, killing shit for royalty. It's really Assassin's Creed. Even your goat's not safe, you should check on him after Eid. Might be the crescent moon and wolves are ready to eat. Ladipoe lele, koche Ladipoe. Be like established, we don't recognize you anymore. Them they talk about streams but never come with the flows. Cause most of the competition displays symptoms of menopause. This is the taste that I cultivated. Like my money where my mouth is, my verse is compunctuated. Man, I'm all about the commas, period, don't complicate it. Exposure or camera setting, I'm still expecting my payment, nigga. What happened to you? My origin story, the proof any flower can bloom. This is my villain era, the chapter is titled Doom. I'll be that writing on the wall, cause niggas can't read the room, it's like Poe.
OG, Cali getting deader than likely. My eyes redder than bledders.
Yes, you're itching
that's
to
Daddy.
speak. So
That's-
pause
Is he-
pause
is
me
he-
on
Daddy.
Khaligraph.
That's
see-
the Khaligraph.
Yeah.
I like that we watched
Okay.
Sark and
Ladipoe.
Ladipoe. Sark was storytelling, referencing to things that have happened in his career, managed to do that with lyricism, a lot of cadence, and beautiful delivery. Sark was talking about African rap was buzzing, but they didn't open the gateway till we started signing international record deals. And now a lot of his brothers are stuck in cages. But when it's time to check on your streaming royalty, peekaboo. So he's given the story of the narrative of challenges that people have faced but are not bold enough to talk about. And when you are on that king status,
You for advice.
that's what you do. It's like Jay-Z coming at the industry because now you can't touch me.
Yeah.
My trap will be careful sign. No? So I can tell you what I see is wrong
That's why
to
he
your
will share
face.
the Joy News report.
You get what I'm saying?
You don't
The
think-
message they enter.
Exactly.
They go.
So he also said that, like, I want a verse from my bro, but now I have to deal with some other guys
Yeah.
about it. And so he's talking about things that people are in labels and afraid to talk about.
yeah.
That's a different thing. Now, Ladipoe has Ladipoe has a statement to make, and his wordplay, his lyricism. He said the next cipher should be done in the church because the verses
Came
will
in
be
the hearse.
arriving in the hearse, dead on arrival.
Yeah.
Right? He came out swinging
Yeah.
from the box. I'm focused on punctuations.
Yeah.
I'm all about my commas, period. You know, he's doing gymnastics. He's trying to prove that wordplay.
He's the last of a dying breed. I think that's what people
exactly. So it's generational.
Yeah,
it's generational. At that level, that age, that space, Ladipoe is it.
Yeah.
I mean, forget about this cipher.
Yeah.
At that level, Ladipoe is it.
Yeah.
He now has the journey.
Generation.
Yes, he now has the journey ahead of him.
Yeah.
But Sark has now seen so much that it's not about reintroducing himself as a fast rapper, a hard rapper, a punchline rapper, or no. He's now telling you that this is what the landscape is. We are the landlords here.
Yeah.
And this is what I know, say my brothers, they go through. But guess what? They can't even talk about it. But that's why I am king.
Yeah, I'm
going to talk about it. So for me, those two. And then, of course, then your man came at the ending and put the cherry
Daddy
on the
Kelly,
nice velvet
Daddy
cake.
Kelly.
Let's go to Khaligraph.
Daddy Kelly. Daddy Kelly.
OG, Cali getting deader than likely. My eyes redder than bladder sweater, but I swear I never fled in a fight scene. Francis the Predator, my vendettas ignite streams. Vegan on the low, only mess with cheddar, the slight queen. I couldn't stand the beats you're rapping over. Planet of the Apes, this is the attack of Cobra. Said tripping, my haters are Casanovas. You packing sissies, open the bag of deals from Fashion Nova. So bow ninja, kiss the throne, the name's Biggie. How about to switch the tone, remains easy. Crowd through me sticks and stones, but pain feeds me. I can't leave this alone, the game need me. Always been told that I'm ahead of time, and it had me thinking my people for my city never shine. West African music's popping and I'm a fan, but y'all better realize the East got a better grind for real. Got love for my Lagos brothers, but y'all need me if you're trying to make this game go further. Repetitive songs, stop it with the lame old covers. It's like you're trying to shack the game with the same old rubber. Gatekeepers trying to keep hip-hop silent, but we making noise, so now they're like a pissed off parent. For 12 years I've never been kicked off balance, but your career's short-lived like a TikTok challenge. Incredibly
That means relatively
OG.
You see, he came on and the first words out of his mouth was OG, know my status. So Penny.
Penny.
So he can talk whatever age he wants. OG. That's
I think right from the beginning when they called Khaligraph, he said no, me, I'm going there to rap and tell people my mind.
He also went at Afrobeats. You know the way he talked about the fact that
he went about Afrobeats very well.
Yeah,
very happy about that part.
Went at the fact that this is
labels.
what
the labels.
Khaligraph chose to go at Afrobeats because
what did he exactly say?
He said repetitive nonsense, careers that last as long as TikTok challenges. But these are all things we've even discussed here. Just that we didn't do it.
Covers as well.
We
did it nicely because of course we're a show and we're being political. But that's the advantage of hip hop.
You see, sometimes people think we gloat about Sark, but Sark has a way of also weaving some of these conversations in this rap. You know, Sark also had a little shot at Afrobeats where he said African music couldn't go global until we started signing these things.
Yeah.
And what was the music that went global?
Afrobeats.
You understand?
So Khaligraph comes there, he puts the chair on the top and says, listen.
Say it.
So basically, rappers were rapping.
You guys
and we never went global until we started signing these Afrobeats contracts for you because our songs are on TikTok. Now the door has opened. So Sark did it in a politically correct way, but Khaligraph came with the thing they used to sharpen the knife.
Someone needs to tell me if Khaligraph has an Afrobeat record. I want to be sure if Khaligraph has an Afrobeat record.
It doesn't matter. I can do. Why Jay-Z doesn't have clap songs? Eminem doesn't have clap songs.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that because one would argue that Sark obviously had to be politically correct
because he has a ton of his hits being
Afrobeat centered,
featuring Afrobeat artists as well,
right? But
so for him, it's a lifeline.
You understand?
No, for Sark, if you were to, let's call a spade a spade. If you put Sark's catalog there, his hits majority, apart from the controversial ones like Bragg and did he have a State of a Nation? There's been some ones that
he's had a few.
He had a few ones,
hip hop records,
but those never last. Those never last like the Afrobeats features. And the club bangers, and the countrysides, and the Labadis, and the Adonais, and you understand. Bragg is not going to last like Adonai. We are still jamming to Adonai. So let's call it spade a spade. So that's like more of a lifeline for him. So even though he knows we need to be careful with Afrobeats, yes, don't spill your food because you want to impress people. You've gone to buffet, small dancing, they are dancing. You want to come and do move, and now your jollof is on the floor. Sarkodie no food. You know one in Jollof. And yeah, Hennessy for Intina, ordinary Jollof.
No, but don't musicians have that benefit to be able to sing about anything and everything, especially rappers, right?
Not in a political environment.
You pay the price if you
You
don't
pay the
say
price.
right.
Yes.
How will you pay the price? So you go back and say that you don't do
Khaligraph
it.
Jones from day one has loved the fact that he is politically incorrect.
Incorrect. In the life of
Khaligraph
progressive
Jones,
arts,
if the president do something, that would be the first 4 bars of the rhyme. Mr. President, A, B, C, D.
it makes me
That
wonder
being-
between
you
Khaligraph
understand?
and the late WHP, who was more politically...
Khaligraph. Khaligraph.
Because WHP also
Charlie,
had...
that makes me want to go and watch that manifest double HP.
Khaligraph no have silent sound in Ghana. Boom, everybody can know
Man
this.
looks like a bouncer at Twist. Like...
Yeah, big boy.
Yeah.
Big boy. Big boy energy.
He looks... I'm like, yo!
Oh, the guy said, huh? Oh, gee. That's what if I don't say he's coming. I mean, like we said, the brief for every rapper in this was different. So the general, I watched it only this morning. On purpose, because I hate when things come and there's so much noise. It gets me emotional about it because I know people are reacting to it because it's trending and not being analytical.
Yeah.
But after this analysis and watching it, everybody there had a different job to do.
Straight.
Ladipoe is next gen.
Yeah.
He's now
That
a next gen.
statement, last of the dying breed,
yes,
very important.
Sark is the testament to longevity.
Yeah.
Khaligraph Jones is your atomic bomb. If everybody worry you, say, Charlie, kill it.
Drop it.
you understand? Everybody had a purpose. Then there's those who, the Tanzanian guy, East Africa. There's the guy who came in there. So there was a purpose to it. So if you are on Twitter and Facebook, Sark can rap it. No.
Hennessy just got the mix right on this.
Yeah, the mix for me is perfect.
And I think it reaches the heights they're looking for. It's got a talkability, like you said. And then in any way, whatever anybody says still doesn't associate it with the brand Hennessy in any way. But rather you give respect.
To the individual.
They've got free promo. We can't even send an invoice.
I just want to say something, and it could be a suggestion to Hennessy that in the subsequent ones, especially for the ones that are rapped in their mother tongue, maybe they could put like English subtitles there, so that we'll be able to
captions
you get because I was looking forward to that because I think it would be unfair to the artist.
It ruins the experience.
Yeah, but I'm
just like, so that the consumers will appreciate.
CapCut. They for use CapCut.
There should be that provision.
It ruins the experience.
No, I'm saying that there should be, because in Sark's BET International Hip Hop Cipher, they put the English
subtitles.
So
CapCut.
I think it will help. It will help
also,
a broader conversation.
Reading lyrics.
So that we can also appreciate the
Listen.
extent to the rap.
What are you saying?
Reading lyrics while somebody is rapping 6-7 words a second.
No, we'll listen to it first, then we'll play it.
I'm sorry.
Apple Music does it.
I'm kneeling down. Should I lie down?
Apple Music does it. Don't mind you.
You don't want it that way.
I should not lie down. I say I'm kneeling. Lie down. It's okay.
CapCut. I said if we use CapCut, I'll talk.
We left out something.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Let me see if we can do a roundhouse conversation on this. So in the line that
our time is up though.
Sark says, "I am not a racist. I love Jamaicans and Filipinos." This line also created a lot of buzz because people
was there any issue about him being racist?
No. So where he does he rhymes the O's with the Obroniwewus and the Valentinos and all that. He says, "I'm not racist. I love Jamaicans and Filipinos." People didn't understand what he meant by that. I think 1, he was just trying to continue his rhyme scheme. 2, I think he was also talking about these group of people that are underrepresented. And they actually have shared history when it comes to oppression, when it comes to colonialism, and so on and so forth. So I thought that he had to do that just to fit the rhyme scheme. At the same time, also speak on the fact that he is not racist. But that didn't sit down well with some of the people. Who they thought, it was like one of them, the missing ingredient.
I don't think it's that deep. I think it's more him trying to complete the rhyme scheme.
Rhyme scheme, that's what I said, yeah. But if you want to push it, if you want to push the envelope, then you're looking at the fact that these two...
is rap there,
you understand. But even Sark himself has said it in his earlier songs, that in terms of rhyme scheme, sometimes you have to look at something that rhymes nicely with your earlier scheme. It's not supposed to be anything deep. Yeah.
Look, we criticize rap too much. When Sark made the Irish Cream thing, Ghanaians acted like he was supposed to be a professor and he made a gaff. That's not it. He was just rhyming. Yeah. And sometimes rhymes don't...
Is it allowed in rap?
It's allowed perfectly. I didn't say it though. It's allowed perfectly. Oh. I go lose my train of thought.
It's around the lamp. It's fine. We can close. We should have closed. Only it's your fault. If we have closed,
No,
you will not stay around.
Let me land.
You want land still?
I want land. It's allowed in rap when yeah, you're right. I gotta stop come this place. There's something wrong.
We understand you. We understand you.
So well, my brother.
It's around the lamp.
Bet winner says promo code 3 music.
Oh no.
Allow.
Around. Jay, around. Let him
But
finish.
before that, if you download the app, you
For
also
around
pay
permissions.
3,250 up to that amount of money. Guess what? You get about 20% bonus. Yeah. So download Bet winner of the Play Store right now. Yeah, right now. And use promo code 3 music as well. Cyril, please.
I said when Sark had that whole Irish cream thing.
Yeah, missing ingredient.
Yeah, missing ingredients.
Yeah.
People went at him like he was a food science professor.
Yes.
And he's made a mistake.
Yeah.
But the same people were in the nightclub singing Sebe Wele Kuntumbre. And they didn't see how that is irrelevant to the song. Right? But that was what else? Kwame Eugene? Was that?
No, there was a song before that.
Whatever it was just a lyrical filler.
Yeah, book back.
She did same.
Exactly, because it fills the spot. So we don't have to be so critical, but rappers are always under the microscope. And I'm using the Kwame Eugene, the Sebe Wele Kuntumbre to
But you know,
Irish
that is
cream,
actually,
just to tell you that
it's
it's
actually
more
a local. I'm told it's a traditional thing amongst the Akans. Like back in the day, when you see a fine babe, you know, with a big back, and she's walking, that's what
the way
they meant.
you described the walk with Sebe.
Yeah, so it's inspired from that.
you see
type
these
of,
cultural
you know,
studies you are doing. As a listener,
You don't care.
I don't care. I wouldn't know. I'm not now going to go and do the research. Exactly. So to come across to me like beans.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, just before another bomb is released, I want to close
Let's
the show.
close. Let's close.
Yes.
We'll be back.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Around
Same time, 7 to 10. Same time.
Hey, just a
And-
quick one. Daily
yeah.
Graphic just released the list of the best Ghanaian rappers of all time. So y'all go check it out. Maybe we might talk about it tomorrow.
If my name is not inside, bend the paper.
And Baron is in there though.
Around.
Sark is in there.
Happy belated birthday to Christiana Frema Kon Nutsuga. Wishing you a happy birthday, God's blessings from KD, from Kafui and the children. And our time is up. We have to go.
We out.
Peace out.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Malta Guinness and Telecel.